proprioception. Of course, it sounds the same, and I put the same slide. So how do we notice this differently? So when I'm asking you right now, wiggle your toes, feel the carpet, feel your floor. Notice where your body's in contact with your chair. Your spine's in contact with maybe the back of your chair. Okay, just taking your hand up, looking up, so I know that my hand's up in the sky, and then I'm wiggling my toes as well. Okay, so proprioception, and it's interesting, we've got someone with vertigo on the workshop, if she's still here. So proprioception is known as the sixth sense. So it's knowing where your body is in relation to the environment. So it's known as the sixth sense, and it's Latin for having a grasp on oneself. So a quick test would be finger and putting your finger on your nose. Putting your finger on your nose. Okay, so very much within the trauma-informed yoga, I'm always going back to feel the ground under your feet, wiggle the toes. So we're constantly, we're checking in with the lengthening, the interoception, then the proprioception, so we know where we are in time and space. Okay, and when our proprioception receptors are restricted due to emotional stress and trauma, this makes us inflexible and can damage our overall health. So a recent study by Dr. Helen Langevin indicated that chronic disease, pain, and inflammation result from the abnormal function of proprioception through the body, especially the joints. Okay, so like I say, what I notice is poor balance, but the more I've in people that I'm teaching, but again, I'd like you to just sit with this and notice, is it interoception, is it proprioception? Because I've noticed a few things, and this is about myself. So when I'm tired, my balance is out of whack. My mind and body connection, if I don't sleep well, might go from a 10 to a 2. Sometimes if I'm so tired, I might think I can't even walk down to the shop to buy some fish fingers, or there's no way I'm leaving the house. Well, usually if I'm well, or if I'm not tired, I'm out doing this, I'm running, I'm this. I think I'd fall in a ditch if I weren't running. So it's noticing the impact of sleep apnea. I have a lot of clients with sleep apnea. So sleep is usually poor, again, when we're starting to work with clients who aren't well, whatever they're presenting with, the sleep's usually out of whack. And when the sleep's not right, we can get close to madness quite quickly. Again, proprioception, think about drugs. A lot of our clients want to self-numb, food, drugs. I'll be missing some of it, overwork, gambling. But again, for me, thinking about taking drugs, being off your head, you're not in your body, are you? Yeah, having a hangover, numbing. We don't know where we are in time and space. We don't know where we are in time. I'm thinking, a lot of people you see in the city centres on Spice, they're just off the fit, yet they're off their faces, aren't they? They're not there. They don't know where they are. Also, remember, some of this noticing might become completely overwhelming for some people because it's just too much. Also, just little random things just to get curious about where proprioception goes. If I don't have my glasses on, I can't see, but I can't do balances. In yoga, you always get people to put the glasses on. An interesting veteran I'm working with, Eddie, he said the only thing he could do before he could get into therapy with the waiting lists, when he'd come out and he was waiting, the waiting list, the only thing he could do to feel any control with his body was some yoga and mindfulness videos on YouTube. So very interestingly, that exercise, yes, yoga's great, again, for interoception, yoga's really great, but also let's look at other things that we can do, because so weights are good. How can you have your clients, if they're doing weights, to really feel their feet on the floor, doing it in their own time, that they're feeling the weight, get them to practice it, to be in the space. So it's what is not good for interoception and proprioception is putting your AirPods in and people going running. So basically it has no effect on interoception or proprioception. It actually encourages us to disassociate. So just to be mindful of that. How can people slow down, be steady? Know that they're being connected, notice their breath. And I'm doing a test at the minute where I'm coming away from yoga. I've been doing it for 4 months now and doing an online sort of workout thing just to notice the difference in the fascia, the body and all of this. And very often I'm completely disassociating and I'm waking up in the middle of the night craving the stretching, craving the yoga. Yeah, so different headphones on, no good. No good. So then the final one, Neuroseption, this is coined by Stephen Porges, where this is where we need to have a good look around us. We're constantly scanning for safety, constantly scanning for safety. So the messages through our eyes, our body, because often our trauma clients, they've got their back to the wall. They know how to keep themselves safe as well. So please don't discount that. Yeah, it's really about social connection and how the nervous system reacts to external stimuli. And really, yeah, where often we can go to a place where we think our life is in danger when it's not. And I'm just going to give this quick example about the horses. So people may never feel safe with other humans depending on what's going on, but they might do with animals. This is just an example. I'm sure other client examples are coming to you. Pets, cats, dogs, iguanas, but also a few of my clients are into horses. I'm not, but I'm really interested in it. So it's how we can be in this safe space with neuroception with other animals. So this is a lovely quote around equine therapy. Horses are likely to have what science has identified as a coherent heart rate pattern that explains why we can feel better when we're close to them. A coherent heart rate is indicative of a system that can recover and adapt to stressful situations very effectively. Many times we just need to be in the presence of horses to feel a sense of well-being and peace. Remember, because a flea animal, a horse, when something happens, they go into hyper arousal, run off, have a good shake, get rid of